So in the last part, we have created a crashes table, and we have loaded all the data of crash, or we have loaded all the data in the crashes table. Now we are going to pre-process our data and see what are the changes that we need to make before doing some analysis. Okay, so first of all, let's see what are the data types of all the columns. Okay, so we will use describe crashes. So here we can see that crash ID is int type, which is not null value and is the primary key. Okay, and crash date is a text type. Rest all are varchar type. Date police notified is also a text type. We have to convert both the columns into date data type, and then we have varchar data type of different other columns. Okay, so let's start first by set SQL save updates equals to 0. So set SQL save data updates equals to 0 is used to disable the SQL save updates mode in MySQL. In SQL save update modes, you are prevented from executing update or delete queries without specifying a key in a where clause. This is a safety feature implemented to prevent accidental mass updates or deletions on the entire table when you forgot to include a condition in a where clause. So when we set SQL save updates to 0, it means the save updates mode is turned off, and now we can use the calculate and the delete queries without specifying a key in a where clause. Okay, so now we are going to use the update column update query to change the data in the crash date. As we have already seen that there are two types of format that is available in the crash data. In one format, the date is separated by slashes, and then we have the time, and then in the next format we have the date with a hyphen within the date, month and year, and then we have the time. So by having two different data formats in a same column, it will be difficult to do further analysis. Therefore we are changing the crash date format into a simple form into a single and simple format. So let's see how we are going to do it. Then we are going to update crashes, and we will set our crash date underscore crash underscore date, and we will use the case statement because we have two types of cases that is available with us. So first is case when crash date crash underscore date. We are now going to use a regular expression command to change the data type of to change the format in the crash date data type. Okay, so in SQL, regexp, that is regx, stands for regular expression that I have already mentioned, and it is used as a pattern matching operator or a function to perform pattern based searches within strings. Regular expressions are the powerful tools for matching patterns in text and are supported in many different databases system. And now we are going to do this in MySQL. Okay, so how we are going to do this? So we know that our data is in a format of, first there is a number which is the date, and it contain either one number of, either there are two numbers as date, either it is 3 or it is 03. So here we mention either there are two numbers or there is only one number, and the number is present between 0 to 9. Then we have a slash. So if we see the month section, it is also the same, either there are two numbers or one number ranging from 0 to 9. Then we have year column, year section, that is 2019, 2018, and so on. It contains 4 digits, so, and it is ranging from 0 to 9, so we will give 0 to 9, and we will mention 4 here. Okay, so there are 4 digits. Now we have a space, then we have the time, which is also separated, which is separated by colon, which is mentioned as here. Okay, now we close the regular expression, and if this is the format, then we will use date format. We will be formatting the date, and we will be converting the string to date, and string, the column is crash date. And how we are going to see this, how we are going to convert is, first there will be month, uh, then slash, there will be percent d, which will give the day, then we have slash, then we have year slash. Okay, then we have r colon percent I, this is for seconds. Okay, so this is the date format that we have in our crash date, and we are going to convert in the standard format, which is percent %y, which will give the year, then percent %m, which will give the month, and percent %d, which will give the date, which will give the date. Okay, so this is one case. So the next type of format that is available in this crash date column is the date format, which is separated by hyphen. Okay, so here also we will mention the hyphen. Then there will be next statement, which is the else statement. If the date format is in the standard format, it will keep this format as it is. Okay, this will end our case statements. Now let's try to execute. So the command has been executed. Okay, and all the rows has been affected. So now what we are going to do, now we are going to change the data type of this crash date column. So we will use alter table crash, and then we will modify uh, the column data type using modify column, and we will give crash underscore data date type. Okay, now let's run this. So the data type of crash date column has been changed. Similar process we will do for the date notified column. So let's copy and paste the complete query, and we will change the crash date with date police notified. Okay, so let's change it. Crash date will be police date notified, crash date here also. Now let's run this statement also. So we have executed this query, and all the rows has been changed. Now we will change the data type also. So the data type of date police notified has also been changed. Now let's again see the data types of the complete table. Now the crash date here we can see has date data type, as well as date police notified is also a date data type column. Okay, now let's start some of the basic analysis that we can do on our table. Let's first see what are the total counts. What are the total counts of recorded crashes in the data set. Okay, so how we are going to do this? This is very simple. Select star from crashes. Okay, so this will give complete data. Here we will count the number of rows using the count function, and we will give this count as a variable name total count. Okay, let's run this and see what is the total count. So total count is 686,276. So approximately 7 lakhs of rows are available with us. Okay. Now if we want to see the what is the earliest date and the latest date of recorded crashes, so we can see the same also. Let's first write the question. What is the earliest and the latest date of recorded crashes? So how we are going to do this? We will select and we will use the main function, and we will give the crash date in the same, so it will give the minimum crash date as minimum. Similarly, we will use the max function and give the crash date into this, and we will store it as max, and we will use the table crashes. Okay, so let's see the output for for this query, which will give the minimum crash date, that is the earliest crash date, and the latest crash date is. So the earliest crash date is in March 2013, and the latest crash date is January 2023. Okay, now let's see the number of reported crashes per year. What is what is what is the number of crashes reported per year? Okay, so in this we are going to group by the year column. So we will select and we will take the year of the crash date, and we are going to count star from crashes. Now group by, we will be grouping by year, crash date, and we will order in the sending order. So order by year, order by year, crash date. Okay, now let's run this query, and we can see that in the year 2013 there are 2 crashes, in 14 there are 6 crashes only, in 15 there are 9,800 crashes, in 2016 there are 44,000 approximately crashes, in 2017 it is approximately 83,000, 84,000 crashes, and then in 2018 there are approximately 1,18,000 crashes, and then so on. Okay, in 2023 there are 2,500 crashes. So from this data, from this insight, we can see that in year 2013 to year 2016, we can see that the number of crashes reported is very less. It either means that crashes didn't happen, which cannot be the cases, because as we can see that the number of crashes in the other years are higher, so there can't be such drastic change in the number. So it means that some of the data is not available with us, so it's better to remove the data and only select the data which is complete and which can give us a better insight about the crashes. Okay, so what we will do first, we'll see the month on month distribution between the year 2017 and 18. Okay, so we will see the number of crashes in year 2017, and we will also see the number of crashes in the year 2018. Okay, so as to estimate that whether to include 2017 or not. Okay, so I have already created a query. Let's use it, and I will explain the query also. So this is the query that we are going to use it. So as I have mentioned, this SQL query calculates the crash statistics for the each month in the year 2017 and 18 with a table from the table name crashes. Okay, it calculates the number of crashes for each month in both years, and it will calculate and it will do the difference between the crash counts between 2017 year and 18, and we will see the percentage change in the crashes from the year 2017 to 18. So let's break down the query one by one. This is the select statement, and from here month name crash rate, we are selecting the month's name that is available from January to December. In some year crash rate equals to 2017, what it calculates the number of crashes that occurred in the year 2017 and give the name count 2017. The year crash date is equals to 2017 condition evaluates to 1 when the crash date year is 2017 and otherwise 0. So the sum function effectively counts the occurrences of crashes in 2017. Similarly, we will count the crashes in 2018, and from this we will first calculate the count difference between the each month of 2018 and 17, and we will give the percentage, and then we will calculate the percent change in the crashes, and then we will see. Then we have used where statement because we only want to consider 2017 and 18 here. Then we are going to group by it by month name, as we want to see the percentage change month wise, and then we will order it also by month. So let's run this. So here we can see that in the April month, there are 5,054 crashes. However, in the same month for the year 2018, the crashes increased to 9,648, which is 92% change. Okay. Similarly, in August month, there is also a 32% change. In December, it is okay. There is no much change. In Feb, January also there is large change. Then in July, June, March, May also there is more than 50% change. Also in the November, October, September month, it is more or less similar. Okay. So from the previous analysis, when we saw the number of crashes each year, we assume that the data is complete from 2017 to 2022, and we already excluded year 2013, 14, 15, and 16. Now we have done the analysis on the comparison between the year 2017 and 18, but still on running this query, if we again run this query, and if we see the percent change from the year 2017 to 18 month wise, we can see that still there is some missing data in the year 2017, because we can see that up to early July, up to July month, there is more than 50% change in the number of crashes, which is impossible in the actual data for any city. Okay. And however, in the later month, it is much more or less similar, either higher or less, which is acceptable. So what we are going to do is we will continue our analysis for the year 2018 to 2022, because in these years only it seems to have the complete data. Okay. So to continue our analysis and to make effective insights, what we are going to do is we will select only the data between the year 2018 to 2022. So how we are going to do this? We will create a separate table, that is drop table if exists, that has been using, and we will give the name crash new. Okay, this will be our new table, and we will extract, we will create a table crash new. As how we are going to create it, we will select all the data from the table crashes. So we will give the where condition year of crash date between 2018 and 2022. Okay, and we will close this statement. So now let's run this query and get our new data. So our query has been successfully implemented. If we want to see our new table, we can see from select star from crash new, and this is our new table. If we want to again calculate the counts, so we can use the same statement here for counting the total number of values available, but here we will change the table from crashes to crash new. So here we can see that our total data is now limited to approximately 5.5 lakhs. Okay. Now if we want to see again the earliest date and the latest date for the reported crashes from this new table, we can change the table from crashes to crash new, and we will implement select min crash date to give the earliest and max crash date to give the latest. So on running this query also, we can see that the minimum crash date or the earliest crash date reported in this data is for January 1 2018, and the data available with us is till December 31. Okay, so now we are going to do a further analysis in on this data. Okay, now as we have created this new data and we have done a simple calculation, now what we are going to do is we will export this complete data from the table crash new to a CSV file, so that we can use this CSV file in a BI analysis. Okay, so table crash new into an out file, we will give an out file, and let's take the path, source path, same as used for import, but we will change the name to crash new.csv. Okay, and here fields are need to be terminated by comma, and it can be optionally enclosed by inverted commas. Okay, then escape by. So escape by means that there is no escape character used. Okay, so we have kept it empty, and lines will be terminated by using slash n. Okay, now let's run this query. So the same crash new table has been exported. If we want to see this, we can see this in the stored path, and now this CSV file will be used for our further analysis in Power BI. Okay, so in SQL we have done the loading of data, then we have cleaned our data, and then we have transformed our data, and we have changed the data types of some columns. Then we have selected the suitable section of the table, suitable rows of the table that is fit for our analysis, so that we don't get wrong insights from our data. Okay, so in the next section we are going to start with the visualization in Power BI. We will create different charts, we will use the bookmarks, we will use the slicers, we will use the buttons for changing our charts. We will also see some DEX formulas to create the quarter till date, month till date, and as well as year till date columns. We will also use the dynamic measures to change these measures using slicers. We will also create some funnel charts and ribbon charts also. Okay.